Hello, and welcome to our live stream video today. We'll be discussing some of the exciting things taking place in just a couple of weeks. ROKLive is a two-day virtual experiencing featuring keynotes, discussions with industrial leaders, and technology sessions. Today, I'll be sharing more about what to expect at the DX Idea Exchange networking session and the interactive value workshops. As a reminder, ROKLive takes place on June 29th and June 30th. We hope to see you there. So let's talk more about the DX Idea Exchange. Here with me today is Mike Tay. Thanks for joining me, Mike.
Hey, thanks, Grace. Happy to be here.
So, Mike, there's a lot of mystery when people hear about artificial intelligence and machine learning in manufacturing. So can you talk about what's good and what's bad in relation to AI?
So I start with the bad. I shouldn't start with the bad, but what's bad is when people think that it's going to be magic, that you're going to somehow find things that you never could tell just by looking at raw data. What's good is that it's just a great way to project knowledge and power with modeling into problems. And a good problem is decision support. So problems where you could make better decisions with better information, and you're going to leverage modeling and machine learning AI around those types of problems.
I love that response, because what I hear when I work with customers within industrial settings is it's really critical to have actionable insights and have the right information and be able to improve their decision making. So are the models being used to support decisions black box, or is it interpretable, and why isn't it always understandable for the users?
We like explainable, interpretable models that you understand what's going on and what's driving it, because it's a better way to tell that the model's useful and good. But there are some cases where black box models are fine. So sometimes it's just not worth the effort to dive into the modeling. And so there's some auto ML options that people look at that it just doesn't matter. Either they're constantly adapting, so the model of today isn't going to be the model tomorrow, and so you don't focus on it. But it really does depend on the problem statement. And I lean far into interpretable, explainable modeling.
And I guess the last question here is ultimately, how do you know when it's going to be right?
That explainability is a good way, because you see that it's making choices the way you would make choices, right? If you think about machine learning as projecting engineering knowledge, then the explainable model gives you another layer of saying it's not just matching the data, but it's making good decisions, which helps a lot when you think about it as projecting power. But honestly, most machine learning, everything works really great in the shop, and you have to get it out on the plant floor to kind of tell. So there is always proof is in the pudding. Let it run and see.
I love that, Mike. So thank you so much for these insights. I can't wait to hear you speak more along these ideas during the DX Idea Exchange at ROKLive. If you're just joining us, we just heard from Mike Tay, who will be facilitating the topic of artificial intelligence and machine learning, a really hot topic for manufacturing today. Make sure you've registered for ROKLive and definitely make plans to attend Mike's conversation. Another amazing ROKLive experience you won't want to miss is the value workshops offered by Rockwell Automation. As you know, digital technologies are providing a lot of opportunity for manufacturing companies. Our workshops will model the value of those opportunities in relation to digital transformation. There's limited capacity to these workshops, so make sure you register. And as a reminder, they are 2-hour workshops taking place 1 p.m. Central each day, the 29th and 30th. Now let's get an inside scoop from one of our value workshop experts, Jean-Luc. Thank you for joining me, Jean-Luc.
Thank you, Grace. Happy to participate to this session.
So first, let's just start off to help the audience understand, what is the Rockwell Automation DX Value Workshop? And what can attendees expect to learn?
Thank you. Thanks for the question. So this kind of value workshop is a general conversation with the customers that we are setting in order to better understand what could be the use cases that the customer could implement, and on which customer can implement the technology. And then together with the customer, we will capture data so that we can attach a value to each of these use cases. And finally build with the customer the roadmap, which will help him to choose the right use cases, capture the right value, and finally get a success and a chance of good results in a very short time.
I love that response because it really speaks to Rockwell's commitment to finding mutual success with our customers. So, Jean-Luc, tell me, this has been a tough year. What is one area that has changed this past year, and how, in relation to digital transformation, to drive value? What have you seen during these workshops that?
So of course, due to the COVID situation, it becomes really, really difficult to travel in many countries, and also between different sites. Also, many customers are not allowed to get some visits from suppliers, for example, on sites. So each time we are able to share data, to share information remotely, each time we're able to work together on the same object from far and remotely again, then it is really an added value to the customer. And this means that when we are able to offer the tools, and especially tools which can be used on the SaaS, we can really help the customer, and we can face very difficult situation, very unpredictable situation. And this is where our solutions really can help our customer.
So thank you so much, Jean-Luc. This has been amazing to understand how we're going to help our customers find the greatest value with digital transformation. Be sure you register for ROKLive. We have the sessions for DX Idea Exchange, as we heard from Mike, as well as the amazing value workshops, as we heard from an expert, Jean-Luc. Thanks again, Jean-Luc and Mike, for this informative session. We hope everyone today got a little taste for the exciting sessions on June 29th and June 30th. Again, join us for ROKLive and register today. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks.